The anonymous world of Reddit and 4chan has become a mega monster in the corner of the internet. There you will find genius minds that will come together as a community to solve mysteries and crack codes. Occasionally though, there are some posts that leave a trail of breadcrumbs that lead to more questions than answers. With anonymity and intelligence being the driving force behind these platforms, it's helped to create some great mysteries that no one can solve. Here are 5 of the most mysterious 4chan and Reddit posts that remain unsolved. Hit those lights, sit back, and enjoy. The A858 Mystery. Back in 2011, obscure and strange posts began to appear on a subreddit by a peculiar moderator, A853. The posts contained puzzling strings of letters and numbers, seemingly for a purpose that baffled the entire Reddit community. As Reddit users banded together, they created a subreddit to crack the strange codes, in hopes of finding out what A858 was trying to say. So many questions were raised as to what the meaning was behind the codes, and as speculation grew, many wondered if it was another puzzle similar to the infamous Cicada 3301 challenge. Others questioned whether it was the government, AI, or aliens putting the masses to the test. Users started to notice specific patterns and inconsistencies within the posts, and some users uncovered hidden messages that read Happy New Year 2001 and No, Too Sober, a reference to the Stop Online Privacy Act. It was apparent A853 most certainly had an agenda, but as Reddit users continued to try and solve the mystery, A858 decided to play along, giving subtle hints and jokes. One post was an image of Stonehenge, derived from a comment that named the puzzle Stonehenge of Reddit. Another post showed signs of Sarah Palin, and it was captioned Maverick. With more Redditors solving of the messages each day, the word was getting out and creating unwanted attention for A858. This in turn caused the moderator to go private, locking out the new and curious crowds it was drawing, leaving only a select few to remain to continue trying to decipher the puzzles. However, in 2015, A858's silence was broken, and within the Sister Solving subreddit, an account appeared allowing users to ask questions, only to be given cryptic answers. One such response was, "We cannot disclose the purpose. A858 will end when the purpose is disclosed or discovered." Then in March of 2015, A858's account read, "The A858 project has concluded. You may unsubscribe." This left many baffled and disappointed, and to this day, with several of the coded messages cracked, there is still no clear explanation for the phenomena A858 created, leaving many uneasy about the real meaning and purpose behind the puzzles. 4chan and the Las Vegas shooting. On October 1st, 2017, gunman Stephen Paddock opened fire on concertgoers at the Route 91 Harvest Music Festival on the Las Vegas Strip in Nevada, before turning the gun on himself. He killed 58 people and injured 851 in the deadliest mass shooting in US history. However, just 3 weeks before the shooting, something very strange happened on 4chan. On September the 11th, an already tragic historical date, a mysterious post showed up on 4chan. The poster, who went by the name John, made a serious warning to fellow 4chaners to stay away from large gatherings or groups of people, particularly in the Las Vegas and Henderson areas. John claimed to have inside knowledge and wrote there would be a high-incident project occurring soon. He stated, "I can't guarantee anything will happen tomorrow, but Las Vegas is on their minds." He continued to explain the reasoning behind this so-called event was well planned to create more laws and regulations, especially for casinos, schools, and federal buildings, by placing expensive security screening machines in place. John went on to drop names of certain individuals who would seemingly profit from this upcoming event: former head of the Department of Homeland Security, Michael Chertoff, and casino owner and billionaire Sheldon Alderson. Initially, the warning went unnoticed, but as 4chan users started to take interest, many began to ask questions. However, John kept it short and sweet by signing off saying, "This is my last message. For now, don't expect me to return anytime soon." After the tragic events on October the 1st, many users awaited John's return to the platform, in the hope he would shed more light on the deadly situation. However, John never posted again and has remained in the shadows ever since. Did he really have some inside knowledge of the shooting, or was he just another internet troll with coincidental timing? No one knows for sure, and it seems only John has the answers. The Mattress Firm Conspiracy and Mystery. Now this one is quite recent and leans more towards a conspiracy theory. However, there is a mysterious undertone that a Reddit user has brought to others' attention. In January of 2018, on a subreddit titled "What Conspiracy Theory Do You 100% Buy Into and Why?", a commentator mentioned the influx of US mattress stores called Mattress Firm. He explained that he noticed several of the same stores located literally feet away from each other, sometimes one on each corner of an intersection. The poster theorized the possibility that the major retail chain might be involved in a money laundering scheme. He went on to say the stores are everywhere and are always empty. Of course, this sparked interest with fellow Reddit users, and they all jumped in to give their opinion. Several of them uploaded map images of their surrounding areas, showing the locations of the retail stores in their area. And it soon became apparent that just about every city or town had multiple mattress firms, only blocks away from each other, some even directly across the street from one another. After some digging by interested users, they discovered the parent company of Mattress Firm is Steinhoff International Holdings, a South African international retail holding company, who is currently in a legal entanglement for account irregularities, discovered by auditors in December of 2017. After the Reddit thread went viral, mysteriously the CEO of Mattress Firm, Ken Murphy, resigned, as well as 2 top executives. If that wasn't suspicious enough, then the company's response to the allegations was also puzzling, when they posted on their Twitter account a meme of a confused-looking face. When the company finally gave a further explanation, they claimed it was all a marketing strategy. A strategy that many are having trouble wrapping their heads around. What makes this case so mysterious is the product they are selling. The average American will buy a new mattress every 7 to 10 years. So why would the same mattress company have stores in multiple locations on the same street, just blocks away from one another? So what exactly is going on? Well, for now, no one knows. Money laundering seems the most obvious. But there are those who believe something much more sinister is operating behind the doors of this retailer's seemingly empty giant premises. What do you think? The Whistler. Reddit user BingBong1234 tells a frightening personal story that has plagued him for over 14 years. His story began at the age of 8 years old, when one night he and his mother walked the family dog in their neighbourhood. He described the night as being quiet and slightly breezy, and as he and his mother made their way back home, they passed a wooded area where they could hear a whistle. At first, the boy thought it might be a bird, but as the whistling continued, it became apparent it was human-like due to inconsistencies in the tone. It had distinct high to low notes. His mother was clearly spooked by the noise and told her son to go straight inside of the house. 2 years after the incident, the boy was again out after dark walking his dog. However, this time he was alone, and as he made his way down the street from his home, he heard the exact same whistle again. Remembering how terrified his mother was 2 years previously, he quickly made his way back home. Many years went by without incident, and by now the boy was 24 years old and had moved out of state. Then one evening, he was sat next to a river with his girlfriend, celebrating and waiting for the July the 4th fireworks display, when his girlfriend left for a few minutes to get something from the car. He was sat there alone, and again he heard the ominous tone of the whistler coming from the water. As he looked around, he noticed a figure in a canoe out on the water. The canoe was several yards away, but had stopped and turned towards him, whilst continuing to whistle the same eerie tone he had heard as a child. As he had his camera with him, he began to record the incident. Take a look at this creepy footage. Pretty weird and disturbing, especially if this guy is to be believed. Is it possible that he has been stalked by this individual since he was a child? Whether it's supernatural or something more sinister is unknown, but it's definitely creepy. What's your thoughts on it? The Ogre's Hand. Back in 2015, a 4chan user innocently wrote a post asking if anyone had bought the then newly released movie Mad Max Fury Road. The user added an image along with a post of him holding the DVD. However, there was something strange about the picture. The hand that was holding the DVD package was extremely strange looking, to say the least. It appeared to be abnormally large, green in colour, with stubby fingers, giving it a monstrous look. Fellow 4chan users immediately commented back with teasing, calling the poster a shill and asking questions like why his hands seemed ogre or goblin-like. The mysterious poster seemed surprisingly sincere in his responses, and asked the other users to stop asking about his hand. He went on to explain his situation along with more images, stating he lived in a basement and rarely went out, and the people who lived above him were from Poland, and occasionally gave him their used electronics. He went on to say his living quarters were cramped but comfy, and he was currently digging to expand his living area. As users continued to mock and tease the strange poster, he remained calm, answering specific questions, but seemingly just wanted to talk about movies. It's hard to believe that there is some strange ogre-like creature living in a basement that uses Reddit, but as of yet, the strange and odd persona of this poster is unexplained, and it's unknown if he does just live a sad life due to some medical issue, or if he has created the thread for entertainment value. If you are the poster, or have any credible information on him, then we'd love to hear from you. So that's 5 incredibly mysterious 4chan and Reddit posts that still remain unsolved. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.